one of the most sacred locations of all the Navajo Nation. Hey everybody, this is Russ Carson Jr. with Family Tree Nuts, and I'm in Shiprock, New Mexico, just outside of the town Shiprock, on the largest Native American reservation in the United States, the Navajo Nation. Shiprock is that huge, beautiful rock that you see right there behind me. You can literally see it from miles and miles around the area. The Navajo name for this place is, I'm not even going to slay this word with my ignorance of the proper pronunciation of Navajo words, but the translation is rock with wings, or winged rock. Many say that the rock itself looks like a bird with its wings sticking up in the air. The peak began to be called Shiprock in the mid-1800s due to it looking like a clipper ship on the horizon. This awesome feature is a monadnock. What's a monadnock? A monadnock is an isolated hill, knob, or ridge, or small mountain that rises abruptly from a gently sloping or eventually level surrounding plain. The rock itself is igneous rock and was one time the throat of a volcano. It was likely 2,500 to 3,000 feet below the Earth's surface. But after about 30 million years of erosion, this rock is what is left over. That's amazing. This is a history video, not a science video. Let's get back to the history. At its peak, the rock is about 7,177 feet above sea level, and it stretches about 1,500 feet above the desert around it. The rock and the land around it are very important to the history and culture of the Navajo people, and it is mentioned in many of their myths and legends. One of the myths was the rock was actually a giant bird, and it flew the Navajo people here on its back to this location. The people lived on the rock and only came down for water or to plant their crops. One day in a storm, there was a lightning strike on the path to get down from the rock. The women and children were stuck and eventually starved to death. And this is one of the reasons why it is forbidden to climb the rock, so that you don't disturb the spirits or the ghost on top of the rock. Another Navajo legend is that the whole area of peaks are connected into one large body, the body of a large, mythical male figure with the name of Goods of Value Mountain. Chuska Peak is the head, the Chuska Mountains are the body, the Carrizo Mountains are the legs, Beautiful Mountain is the feet, and Shiprock is the medicine pouch or the bow of the mythical figure. Another Navajo tradition is the one of the four sacred mountains. Blanca Mountain to the east, Mount Taylor to the south, the San Francisco Peaks to the west, and Mount Hesperus to the north. This represents four major parts of traditional Navajo religion, enabling the people to live in harmony with their creator and nature. And this rock right here, Shiprock, is in the middle of all of that. Another Navajo legend was that bird monsters used to live on the peaks, and they ate human flesh. A mythical figure called the Monster Slayer killed the adult birds. Their blood flowed down the rock and became this long stretch of lava dikes, which locals call the rim. Now the bird monsters had two offspring, and the Monster Slayer turned one into an eagle and one into an owl, and they represent good and evil, with the owl being evil and the Navajos don't ever talk about. They also believe that it is bad luck if you see an owl, but it is good luck if you see an eagle. The peak is also mentioned in many Navajo ceremonies and chants. Lastly, some Navajo people believe that the rock is the work of star people. It always comes down to aliens, folks. Many people have tried to climb the rock over the centuries, and many people have passed away in trying to do so. The rock is forbidden by the Navajo to climb or even touch. The only way to get a closer look of the rock is to fly over in some way. Another interesting thing about the rock is, between the two wings or peaks of the rock, you can actually find a body of water. So here we are at Shiprock, New Mexico, one of the most sacred things to all of the Navajo Nation. And remember, Family Tree Nuts, let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree. Like what you see? Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you get notifications as to when we post new videos. And you can find out more about us and contact us at familytreenuts.org.